Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, where I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions of college basketball games all season long. That's on TV and throughout the season, into the conference tournaments, and of course, into the March Madness tournament when we get there in a few months. Today, we got a great matchup in store for you guys. A 10 versus 11 for the battle of the ACC. It continues as we're at the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina for this one between the Virginia Tech Hokies right now, the 10th team in the nation inside the AP Top 25, up against the North Carolina Tar Heels at number 11. Right now, we got a great game in store. Virginia Tech coming into this game with a 15-2 record, 4-1 in ACC play, and the Tar Heels coming into this game with a 14-4 record, 4-1 as well in the ACC. Both of these teams, Virginia Tech and North Carolina, are with a group of teams right now at the top of the ACC, all with 4-1 records. Those teams being, along with Virginia Tech and North Carolina, being Louisville, who beat North Carolina last Saturday at North Carolina, and also in there Syracuse, who was on the bubble a couple weeks ago. They've climbed back because they beat Duke about a week ago at Duke's, giving Duke their first loss of the season. Duke as well in there, and then Duke beat Virginia on Saturday. So no more undefeated teams left since Duke beat Virginia, but we've got this one to focus on today. The 10-11 matchup coming on a 2-game winning streak. The Tar Heels are, as they came off wins against Notre Dame last Tuesday, and they beat Miami as they were at Miami on Saturday, 85-76. Let's look at the Tar Heels first. So for this game, North Carolina, this marks the 6th time in a row that North Carolina's faced Virginia Tech and that North Carolina's been in the top 25. Virginia Tech, on the other hand, this is the first game that they've ever played against North Carolina that they've been ranked in the AP Top 25 poll. So interesting matchup here to make it even better. Both of them are right next to each other inside that AP Top 25. How about that last game for North Carolina? It was against Miami. North Carolina shot the best shooting percentage from the floor that they've done all season. They shot 55% from the floor. It was the first time that that's ever happened this season. You have to go all the way back to North Carolina shooting over 50% from the floor. You have to go all the way back to the game against Gonzaga that UNC won back on December 15th in non-conference play. Gonzaga being a top 5 team right now as well. They beat Duke in non-conference play early in the season. If you want to look forward to a key player today for UNC, well, you better look forward to the senior guard, Cameron Johnson, as he averages around 15.9 points per game, as he was 5 for 7 from behind the arc in the win against Miami on Saturday. He dropped 22 points in that one as well. That was a season high against the Hurricanes, as Cameron Johnson scored more points at North Carolina in his 2 years being a Tar Heel than in his 3 years that he was a Pittsburgh Panther. So during those 3 years that he was a Tar Heel, Cameron Johnson scored 609 points compared to when he was with the Pittsburgh Panthers. Before that, his 3 years where he only scored 583 points. And hopefully North Carolina wants to keep on rolling with that shooting today. If that's the key to the game, is definitely being shooting and points per game, as North Carolina right now ranks 5th in the nation in points per game. They average 87.3 so far on the season. Other top things for North Carolina ranking in the nation is that they're 2nd right now in the country in rebounds per game, as this could be a huge difference today against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech being a really, really small team. They also have like a small roster, not as many players on their roster as North Carolina, but the size disadvantage for Virginia Tech as well going up against UNC today is Virginia Tech only has 2 players above the height of 6'7" or taller on their roster. North Carolina has 7 players above 6'7" on their roster. And the rebounding difference for UNC, well, you leave it into the hands of Luke May out there, 2nd right now in the ACC for average rebounds per game. He averages 10 per game, as the height on this North Carolina team could pose a factor today against Virginia Tech. And second in the nation, North Carolina ranks in rebounds this season, average rebounds per game. Yeah, they average 44. They're only second in the nation to Bowling Green right now. As we look to the Virginia Tech Hokies coming in as the away team today, trotting into Chapel Hill as Virginia Tech, the overall record against North Carolina, really bumpy. 14-67 all time against the Tar Heels. And on the road, playing at the Smith Center, Virginia Tech is 5-31 against the Tar Heels. But despite that lack of size for Virginia Tech, they still rank 5th in the nation in scoring defense right now. They only average around 59.5 points per game allow. So that's it. They allow under 60 points per game. As we look to the key players today for the Hokies, you see senior point guard Justin Robinson, as he's second in the ACC right now in assists per game on average, averaging 5.4 assists per game. That's second right now to Duke's Trey Jones in the conference right now as the point guard Justin Robinson. He had a career high earlier in the season, 13 assists back on December 1st. That was against Central Connecticut State. Robinson right now has 534 career assists at Virginia Tech. He only needs 9 more to move up into that second spot, and then 13 more to take that all-time record for being an assist leader at Virginia Tech. This one's almost underway here. Looks like this game's going to get going. Thank you for tuning into the stream, play-by-play going on the stream of North Carolina, Virginia Tech today, almost set and ready to go. Thank you for tuning in, and feel free to interact with me in the chat, and don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button as well down below. Cannot wait for this one to start. UNC, Virginia Tech, almost getting ready here for tip-off. A couple of minutes away as we look to the head coach for Virginia Tech, as it's the Williams and Williams show today. Virginia Tech head coach Buzz Williams in his 12th year coaching at the NCAA Division I level. This is his 5th season right now coaching Virginia Tech. He has a record of 89-62 with the Hokies. Also, a 58.9 winning percentage with the Hokies. He's made 2 tournament appearances, the March Madness tournament for the Hokies, including last year's. They were the number 8 seed, lost in the first round, though, by 3 to Alabama. Here's the tip-off, and we're ready at North Carolina as North Carolina possesses the rebound. Deep 3 from the outside, couldn't go in. Hokies get the rebound. So here we go. Hokies trying to drive the other way with a lay-in. They can't get it to fall. North Carolina gets the ball back. This one's on its way, and North Carolina possesses it, passing it outside. Kenny Williams passes it to the left wing to Colby White. Colby White, step back 3 for the Tar Heels, rims out, and the Hokies get the rebound on it. It's Isaiah Wilkins who controls the ball. So Virginia Tech now with a rebound, trying to drive up the floor. So we got a break in the stream right here. We'll see if we can get this back to action. Right now for Virginia Tech, North Carolina, as that bucket goes and falls for UNC, and it's 3-2 right now. So a 3-pointer by Virginia Tech, and then North Carolina going back the other way with a 2. As we're back, we had a little breakup with the stream, but we got it back. Virginia Tech with the ball. Now, down in the low post, number 24, Blackshear, and then kicks it back outside with a 3, and that goes down for Justin Robinson for the Hokies, up 6-2. North Carolina with the ball now. Trying to get it, kicks it back outside to the top of the key. Kenny Williams, and now they throw it into the left elbow, and that one goes down. Bank shot with 18:30 left. The shot was hit by Garrison Brooks for the Tar Heels. We got ourselves a 6-4 game early on in this one. And thank you for tuning into Behind the Arc Basketball. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games. We got a good one here. 10 versus 11, Virginia Tech and North Carolina. This one just got started as Virginia Tech takes it past the timeline now. Justin Robinson with the ball, second in the ACC in assists per game, as now backs it up inside with a pass, and it rims out by the Hokies and rebounded going up the other way by the Tar Heels. Taken past the timelines, Kenny Williams shoots it back outside as we got passing around the perimeter at the left wing and now to the left elbow. This is number 15, Garrison Brooks, with the ball dribbling outside. Left corner three, no good for the Tar Heels. And it looks like there's a foul, rebounding foul, committed by Virginia Tech. So UNC will get the inbound in just a second as Virginia Tech picks up their first foul of the game. Only foul so far. So the Hokies have 1. North Carolina has 0 as UNC inbounds it here. Passing around the perimeter to the left side of the perimeter and now feeding it inside. Number 32. And it could not go down for Luke May. Rebounded by the Hokies on the fast break going the other way. And laid in by Ahmed Hill. And it's good. And it's 8-4. Virginia Tech up by 4. North Carolina with the ball now on the outside perimeter. Deep three from the right wing. And it rims out, circles around the rim by Kenny Williams. Controlled by Virginia Tech going the other way. North Carolina right now 0 for 4 shooting. Virginia Tech with the ball, passing it around the perimeter, and now trying to drive inside. He's stripped in the lane. That was Nikhil Alexander Walker who tried to take it in there. He got stripped in the lane. UNC in transverse, and he hits the deep 2 from the left baseline. Kobe White as it goes down. North Carolina down by 2 with 17 left in this one in the first. 8-6. Hokies up by 2. Thank you all for joining in as we got a timeout here. Early in this one, Virginia Tech, the 10th ranked team in the nation, 8-6. North Carolina down by 2. As you're listening to Behind the Arc Basketball, live play-by-play and reaction of college basketball games all season long, all the way up into the March Madness tournament. So feel free, if you guys like to chat with me, like the videos, subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, this is great, as we got a pretty good game so far here. North Carolina has the ball now. They'll inbound it after the Virginia Tech turnover. So it looks like it's Luke May trying to take it inside as the ball was stolen by Virginia Tech. But it goes out of bounds. Luke May tried to back his way in there. He was stripped of the ball by Justin Robinson in the lane. Robinson went out to get it, and it looks like North Carolina turned it over. So Virginia Tech has the ball now at the left wing, passes it over to the top of the key towards the edge of the North Carolina logo, and now it's Justin Robinson with it, feeds it inside, and it's off the glass and up and in by Wabisa Bidi with a 10-6 lead by the Hokies here. North Carolina passing around the perimeter, feed inside, and it's off the glass and up and good by Garrison Brooks. 10-8, so we got back and forth basketball here with teams hitting shots inside and then responding, coming back the other way. Virginia Tech has the ball now at the top of the key. This is Blackshear, hands it off now. This is Beatty. Beatty trying to go inside, kicks it back outside. Top of the key 3, and it hits. It looks like it's by Alexander Walker who hits the 3. What a shot. He's 43.5% from behind the arc this season. North Carolina with the ball down by 5, 13-8, 15-36 left. Passing from the perimeter, deep 3, no good from the right wing, controlled by Virginia Tech. Going the other way for the Hokies in transverse. Oh, kicks it back outside. 3 ball for the Hokies, no good. Try to tip it back in. Rebounded, though, by the Tar Heels. May gets the rebound. May at the top of the key and passes it off to Brooks. Brooks looking for somebody, finally finds it. 15-10 left in the first. Passing around the perimeter, left corner 3, no good. Right there by Cameron Johnson, rebounded by the Hokies. They're trying to slow down the tempo, so 15 minutes left in the first. Virginia Tech up 13-8 so far in this one. At Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Virginia Tech trying to drive inside to outside, kicks it back outside, and the deep 3 goes down. Nikhil Alexander Walker, and VT has an 8-point lead. 4 for 5 right now from behind the arc by the Hokies. UNC with the ball behind the perimeter at the top of the key to the right wing, back to the right wing outside. It's in the hands of Cameron Johnson, who passes it off Deep three from the right wing goes down. All the shots are making it for both teams. Luke May from there, 31.3% from three-point range on the season. He banks that one home. 16-11. Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Hokies with the ball. Not even that much stoppage in time so far as both teams keep on scoring. Deep three. Oh, my goodness. They're all sinking. Ahmed Hill drains it in. 19-11. We're not even 7 minutes into this one. The Hokies have 7 points right now. North Carolina kicking it back inside to outside. Goes back inside. This is May. Kicks it back outside. Back to May towards the free throw line. Tries to lob it up top and it's slammed down. Garrison Brooks with it. Luke May throws it over the top on the lob, and he hits Garrison Brooks, who slams it down. North Carolina's down 19-13. Virginia Tech with the ball, 13:25 left. What an exciting game this early on. Justin Robinson at the top of the key. It looks like there's a foul called by North Carolina, so they get their first foul on the game. Virginia Tech has 3 as a team so far. This one's getting started. 13:21 in the first. We get a game here as you're tuning in to live play-by-play and reactions on Behind the Arc Basketball. And remember to like the videos and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to interact in the chat, and I'll update you guys right here in the chat with the latest update on the score. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back on the stream in a couple minutes, so I'll let you guys know when that is, but I'll update this now. So Virginia Tech 19, UNC 13, and we got 13:21 left. So Virginia Tech just sinking all the shots. Now I go to the box score. I have to see how many shots they've made so far. It's been crazy. Virginia Tech's just sinking down like almost all their shots. Yeah. So here we go in the box score right now. So Virginia Tech is 7 for 10 from the field, sinking 70% of their shots so far. North Carolina shooting 46.2% of their shots from three-point range. How about this? Virginia Tech has already hit 5 3-pointers in this one. They're 83% from the field early in this game. If you look at Virginia Tech, they only have 2 players in their roster above 6'7". They're winning the rebounding game right now, 6-4. This one's early on, not even 7 minutes into this game, but Virginia Tech is doing everything right from the field right now. Shooting wise, it just seems like all the shots are falling for the Hokies. It's just incredible. And then on the other hand, North Carolina has like an answer. They just respond back, but it seems like North Carolina's responding with a shot inside, like an easy 2-pointer off the glass, and then Virginia Tech just kicks it back outside and shoots like the deep 3 from both of the wings and hits it. Okay, let's see these leading scores. We already have 2 guys out there for the Hokies with 6 points. Justin Robinson has 6, and Nikhil Alexander-Walker has 6 right now as we're on this commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute to Virginia Tech, North Carolina. As we look to North Carolina, oh my goodness, yeah, Garrison Brooks already has 8 points right now. That's crazy. 2 assists for Luke May. He had that ball that he lobbed over the top, and then Brooks just slammed it down. Brooks is 4 for 4 from the field so far for the Tar Heels. And we're almost back to Chapel Hill here with play-by-play on Behind the Arc Basketball. Looks like it's back on the stream as we're almost ready for the inbound pass. And I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning in. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe and spread the word about my channels. Thank you guys for all tuning in right now as we got ourselves a pretty good game. Virginia Tech basically knocking down tons and tons of their shots, like shooting about 80% from the field right now. Like everything's going down. The 3-ball just sinking for the Hokies right now as we get back to action here in Chapel Hill. It's Virginia Tech kicks the ball outside to the left corner and now to the left wing, but it's stolen, but Virginia Tech gets it back, and looks like Virginia Tech got it back, but it was a backcourt violation as it was right next to the timeline, and the ball will get turned over to North Carolina. So UNC will inbound it. Now dribbling with it at the top of the key. And now passing it over to the left wing for UNC. So now we have Nasir Little in the game off the bench for the Tar Heels as he's looking for the open man, and he throws it over his head out of bounds. Nasir Little was looking for Brandon Robinson, chucked the ball over his head, and it goes out of bounds. Virginia Tech is up right now with 12:48 left in the first, 19-13. What a game so far, though. 2 turnovers, though, in the last 2 possessions. Virginia Tech with the ball now. And now trying to feed it inside, backing his way outside, and then kicked it outside. Ty Outlaw in the game off the bench for the Hokies, passing around the perimeter at the right side. Nikhil Alexander Walker, deep 3, and it goes down. Everything is hitting for Virginia Tech today. Top of the key 3 for Walker. 22-13. The Hokies have their largest lead of the night so far. North Carolina 3, and no, rim short, rebounded by the Hokies. Taken past the timeline, going the other way for Virginia Tech. They go inside to outside. Walker tried to pass it inside, and the ball gets thrown out of bounds as he missed his mark right there on the pass, and it'll go back to North Carolina with 12:02 left in the first. So North Carolina has the ball now, taken past the timelines. Kobe Whiteall was almost stolen by the Hokies, and it looks like it was last out of bounds, touched by North Carolina. So Virginia Tech almost had to steal. North Carolina tried to get the ball back, and it looks like as the ball went out of bounds, it was last touched by the Tar Heels, and the Hokies will get it back with 11:53 left in the first. Entertaining game so far. Virginia Tech getting all the shots to fall. We have a stoppage in time here and a timeout, so I'll update all you guys with the score, but what a great game so far. The Hokies up by 9 here in Chapel Hill. Virginia Tech 23, UNC 13, and it's 11:53 left in the first. Tech. Yeah. Thank you all you guys for tuning into the stream right now, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and I'll be streaming play-by-play and live reactions of college basketball games all season long, throughout the season, into the conference tournaments and into the March Madness tournaments. So feel free to interact with me in the chat, talk about some college hoops or so, or anything you like. I know we got a cold day up here where I am in the Northeast. Very, very cold. Almost, I think it was like 0 degrees over here today. But yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe about my channel. Live play-by-play reactions all season long, as we're on a commercial break here between the number 10 and number 11 teams, the Virginia Tech Hokies and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Let's see these stats. Virginia Tech right now from the field shooting 8 for 11, making 72.7% of their shots. North Carolina right now from the field shooting 6 for 14, or 42.9% of their shots. The 3 ball is the difference right now. Virginia Tech is hitting on almost all their 3-pointers from behind the arc. 6 for 7 right now, 85.7% from the 3-point line. And North Carolina only shooting 12.5% from that 3-point line. They're 1 for 8 shooting from there so far. Rebounds, the size difference is not posing a problem right now at all for Virginia Tech. Only 2 players on their roster above 6'7" for the Hokies. They're doing a great job rebounding the ball. They're winning that phase 7-4 against the North Carolina team coming into this game that was top 5 in the nation in rebounds per game. I believe they were second in the nation behind Bowling Green for average rebounds per game. So pretty amazing job so far what these Virginia Tech Hokies have done to stay in this game. So we're almost back to action right now. We're still at the commercial break. And looks like we are back. So Virginia Tech 6 for 7 from behind the arc. North Carolina's 1 for 8 as Virginia Tech gets the inbound corner 3. That one missed for the Hokies, and it's rebounded by the Tar Heels. Going up the other way and past the timeline for North Carolina. 7th Woods in the game now off the bench for the Tar Heels. At the left wing with it was Brandon Robinson. Feeds the ball inside, kicks it back outside. 3-ball outside, no good. Could not hit for Kenny Williams. In Virginia Tech has the rebound, trying to drive baseline inside for the Hokies and kicks it back outside to the top of the key. With it is Blackshear, and then he hands it off to Nikhil Alexander Walker now for the Hokies. Hokies with the ball now. Walker at the right wing from behind the arc. Walker dribbling now to the left side behind the arc. Try to feed the ball inside. That one wasn't even close as he tried to shoot the ball inside on the bounce pass and it went out of bounds, but Walker's trying to plead his case that it was tipped by a Tar Heel. We'll see as the refs are discussing this right now, but the ball wasn't even close as he shot the ball down baseline right there with a bounce pass and the ball went out of bounds. As if you're joining us in this one, it's 11 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first with 11 minutes now. Virginia Tech gets the inbound. Top of the key 3. And no good right there. I think that was Beatty who took the 3 for Virginia Tech. North Carolina trying to go in transition, and he gets it, the fall and the foul on it as well. So Nasir Little will go to the line to attempt 1. 7th Woods right there on the assist, feeding the ball to Nasir Little, who goes in the lane for the Tar Heels and gets it off the foul. It looks like that one was charged by Nikhil Alexander Walker. So the score right now, Virginia Tech is up 22-15 with 10:48 left in the first. And a free throw pending for Nasir Little, who's on the season, shooting 72% from the line for the Tar Heels. His average is 9.9 points per game. Here's Little from the line. And it gets the generous bounce off the top of the rim. Didn't look like it was going to go in. Hit off the top of the rim, but it bounced in the net. 22-16, UNC down by 6. Virginia Tech with the ball with 10:38 left in the first. Dribbling in the outside perimeter now, and it's stolen away. 7th Woods with a steal, trying to go fast break, and he launches it way too high off the backboard, but Virginia Tech gets called with a foul, sending UNC back to the line again. Looks like Justin Robinson, the guilty party there on the shooting foul to 7th Woods. 7th Woods will go to the line for the Tar Heels. How that play happened, 7th Woods stole the ball out, and then he went in transition with one man to beat. 7th Woods hits his first one from the line for the Tar Heels, making this one 22-17. So North Carolina down by 5. Here's the second one. That one goes down for Woods. 10:29 left in the first. North Carolina down by 8. Or 4. Down by 4. 22-18. Got an 8 on the scoreboard. Okay. Virginia Tech now with the ball. Past the timeline. It's Justin Robinson. Oh, who hands it off, and the ball goes on the floor, rolls around. Let's see who has possession of this one. It goes out of bounds. Nasir Little thinks that it was last touched by Virginia Tech. Roy Williams trying to plead his case on the sideline. If it was a last touch, it rolled out of bounds. Oh, looked like Little touched as it was battled for by Ahmed Hill of Virginia Tech and Nasir Little of North Carolina. Okay, so Virginia Tech gets the ball back. Wabissa Bede now. With it. Oh, stolen away, but looks like it was a kicked ball. That could have been a huge opportunity to cut this lead into 2 right there for North Carolina if they could get the steal. So we got ourselves a 22-18 game. 10:10 left in the first. Virginia Tech just got the inbounds pass. Justin Robinson now with it, and he passes it as it's almost stripped away from Blackshear. Blackshear gets it back though and passes it off to Robinson. Robinson now at the top of the key, trying to dribble at the left wing with it. Robinson, and he's stripped in the lane, and he cannot believe it that he turned it over, and it goes back to the Tar Heels. So Robinson tried to take that in the lane towards the baseline, and he loses control with it, and it goes out of bounds. So that's how that ended that one as, yeah, Robinson tried to take it in between two defenders to the hoop right there. And actually, yeah, so the ball did go out of bounds. Robinson also gets charged with an offensive foul there, leaving him with 3 fouls with 9:46 left in the first. So he takes a seat on the bench, which is not good because he's second right now in the ACC in assists average per game. So you don't want him on the bench. 22-18. Virginia Tech up by 2. Deep 3 from the left wing. It rims out. No good by the Tar Heels. Saved, though, by North Carolina. But they couldn't get it as it was saved, touched in the front court, but the ball was mishandled and bobbled, and it went to the backcourt, and it'll be a backcourt violation by the Tar Heels, which they'll turn it over with 9:26 left. 22-18, Virginia Tech is up by 4. As that was a great save right there by Garrison Brooks. Went all the way into the stands for that one for the Tar Heels, but it was bobbled when his teammate got it and fumbled the ball across the timeline, and it resulted in a backcourt violation. Virginia Tech jumper, no good inside the post, and North Carolina gets the rebound. Deep 3 from behind the arc. No, it hits the front of the rim. No good by the Tar Heels, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds by North Carolina, and Virginia Tech will get it back with 8:59 left in the first. So turnover right there by the Tar Heels in this 10 versus 11 battle. North Carolina going up for the rebound. And it goes out of bounds as it was tipped away. So Virginia Tech with it. This is Beatty with the ball dribbling outside. Beatty looking inside, and the ball is tipped and stolen by the Tar Heels now. Up past the timelines, Johnson. Johnson hands it off to White. Kobe White in the game for North Carolina. Ball to Nasir Little now. Deep 3 from the corner, no good. Rimmed out by the Tar Heels. Rebounded and ripped away by Blackshear of the Hokies with 8:16 left in the first. And this one, great game so far. All the shots were falling early for Virginia Tech as they kept on hitting 3-pointer after 3-pointer. But as of recently, nothing really has gone down. Yeah, no points in the last 4.5 minutes for the Hokies as they'll turn it over. They were trying to dribble baseline with Ahmed Hill, but he falls down as he tried to get his way back into there to kick it out, but he stepped out of bounds and rolled over on the baseline. Turnover to the Tar Heels. North Carolina down by 4. We still got a little bit left in this first half, but we got a good one so far. Entertaining it is. 7:58 left in the first. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my videos as you've been watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube as we have a stoppage in time now in the first half with 7:58 left. So Virginia Tech, 22. UNC, 18. 7:58 first. If you're just joining us, we're on a commercial break right now. Virginia Tech's up by 4, 22-18, 7:58 left in the first. We'll dig into some of these team stats. So Virginia Tech, early on in this game, all the shots were falling down for the Hokies. They were shooting about 80% from the field at one point. That number has dipped down to 57.1% right now from the field. Virginia Tech shooting 8 for 14 right now from the field. North Carolina shooting 7 for 19 right now, shooting with 36.8%. 3-pointers made has been the difference. Virginia Tech converting on 6 for 9 from the outside, good for 66% of their threes made. North Carolina is shooting a dismal 8% right now from behind the arc, hitting only 1 shot from 3-point range out of 12 attempted so far for the Tar Heels. As we get the rebound game going, let's see some of these totals. Virginia Tech right now out-rebounding North Carolina 10-8, and this is a Virginia Tech team that is much smaller in size than North Carolina. Only 2 players on this Hokies roster is above 6'7" tall, where North Carolina has 7 players above 6'7" or above. So we're almost back to the stream on this one. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe my videos as You've been watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, play-by-play and live reactions to college basketball games all season long over here, into the conference tournaments, and then into the March Madness tournament as well, as where both of these teams are destined to go. Virginia Tech and North Carolina in this 10 versus 11 battle in the ACC. Both of these teams at top of the ACC with 4-1 conference records, along with a couple of other teams as well. Syracuse in there as well. They were a bubble team until they beat Duke and really showed what they were made of. Duke as well as 4-1. Their only loss was the upset last Monday to Syracuse in the stunner. And then Louisville 4-1 in ACC play as well right now. They beat North Carolina at home 2 Saturdays ago by a large margin, as that one was a shocker. As the last play before we went to commercial break, Virginia Tech tried to dribble baseline and turned it over. Now we're back to the action. North Carolina trying to feed the ball inside, and the jumper down in the low post couldn't go, but it's tipped back to the Tar Heels. So they get it, and now trying to dribble inside. Kenny Williams kicks it back outside for the three. Luke May showing you what he's made from behind the arc as he hits that from the deep right corner. That one's nothing but net. North Carolina on an 8-0 run in the last 3:20 left. Draws within one. 22-21. Virginia Tech up by 1. Top of the key three. That goes down by the Hokies as they hit the shot. North Carolina trying to dribble in transverse here. They kick it back outside to inside, trying to go inside, and now they go outside. 3-ball, rimmed out by Nasir Little, no good. Rebounded by the Hokies, up by 4, 25-21 with 6:55 left in the first. Ball now taken past the timeline. This is Wabissa Bede with it. Virginia Tech shooting 41.8% from behind the arc. It is stolen on the pass. Nothing but net as the huge slam goes down on the steal for the Tar Heels. 25-23, the two-handed jam off the steal by Nasir Little. He has 5. North Carolina cuts into the lead, down by 2, 25-23. Virginia Tech now with the ball at the top of the key with Isaiah Wilkins in the game off the bench. Bede has it. Now at the top of the key with Ahmed Hill. Feeds it down to the low post. Low post jumper. It goes down. It's good for Blackshear. North Carolina now with the ball. 27-23. Hokies up by 4. 6 minutes in the first half remaining. The perimeter to the outside where they're passing it now. As this is Kenny Williams who passes it off to Garrison Brooks. Hands it off to Nasir Little. Nasir Little just a minute ago got that huge steal with a two-handed slam for the Tar Heels to cut within 2. Now they're down by 4. 27-23. Trying to go inside. Oh, reverse-handed layup. It goes in by UNC, and they cut back the lead to 2. It was Kobe White who goes inside with a little trickery and gets that one off the glass. 27-25. Hokies with the ball with 5:20 left in the first. Trying to drive inside. Off the glass, no good. Offensive board by Blackshear. And looks like that one, as he was tied up upon by White on the play. I think the refs called a shooting foul right there as White tried to interfere with Blackshear as he got the offensive board. We'll see. They called, but wow. Couple minutes ago with a steal in the two-handed slam by Nasir Little right there for North Carolina. Okay, so Virginia Tech at the line right now. And the first one goes down for Blackshear with 5:17 left in the first. One thing to note, Cameron Johnson for North Carolina averages 15.9 points per game. He has 0 as of right now in this one. Blackshear hit his first from the line, 5:17 left. Here's his second one for the Hokies, and it circles around the rim, and it goes in. So 29-25, North Carolina down by 4. Trying to get the ball past the 10-second line. They do. It's in the hands of Luke May for the Tar Heels. May now. Back to Kobe White. Now passing around the perimeter. Kobe White with it. As we got Leaky Black in the game now for the Tar Heels. A lot of passing around the perimeter. Black Try to drive baseline, kicked it back outside, and the three goes down. North Carolina drawing within one on the assist by Leaky Black. 29-28, 4:38 left in the first. Hokies with the ball. Into the hands of Isaiah Wilkins. Passes it off to Ty Outlaw. Now in the game as looks like we got a timeout on the floor called by the Hokies. With this one, it's a good one so far as the first half's winding down. 4:33 left in the first as looks like Buzz Williams and the Hokies will talk things over. 29-28 Virginia Tech up. We got a timeout now on the floor. So just remember, feel free to interact with me in the chat and feel free to like, share, and subscribe my videos. This is Behind the Arc Basketball, where I'll be doing live play-by-play and reactions of college basketball games all season long and into the March Madness tournament. Both of these teams are destined to go there. The 10 versus 11 matchup right now, and I'll update you guys right here in the chat with the score. So Virginia Tech with 29 and UNC with 28. What a great game so far. Virginia Tech shooting the ball early in this one. It seemed like everything was going down as Virginia Tech, I think they were like 80% from the floor early in this game. That number's really went cold the past couple minutes or so. They got out to a 9-point lead in this one, and now UNC cut it back to 1. Let's see these shooting stats in this game. So so Virginia Tech was shooting 80% earlier. Now they're shooting 10 for 17 from the field. So good for 58.8% right now on field goal percentage from the field. North Carolina shooting the ball at 44% right now from the field. The three-pointers have been the difference. Virginia Tech, a top 5 team in the nation at three-point shooting percentage, as Virginia Tech is hitting on 70% of their three-pointers. And it looks like we're back to this one here as North Carolina will have the inbound. It looked like Virginia Tech turned the ball over. So it goes back to North Carolina. So they'll do what they haven't done since the very early stages of this game, and that's lead in the game as UNC has a chance to lead right now. Down by 1 with 4:02 left. May passes the ball off. And into the hands, that's Kobe White with it towards the edge of the North Carolina logo, trying to set up the offense now with 4 in the shot clock. Deep three by White. Oh, it goes down. Woo! Unbelievable. So 31-29, a deep three from the outside by Kobe White as North Carolina has their first lead of the game since they were down by 9 earlier in this one. Wow. Virginia Tech from the outside, no good as what they were doing earlier, sinking down the threes. They haven't been able to do that, and the ball will go back to the Tar Heels. North Carolina with the 3 ball from the outside, nothing but nets by Kobe White, sinking down the 23-footer from the outside, nothing but net to propel the Tar Heels to the lead right now. We got a stoppage in time on this commercial break, so I'll update you guys again with the score as now we got a lead change here that I'll update. So Virginia Tech still stuck at 29. UNC with 31 now. 3:28 left in the first. Thank you all for joining me on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I do live play-by-play and reactions of college basketball games all season long, and this will go all the way into the March Madness tournament when that time comes, so I can't wait for that. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my videos as well, as I'll be getting a couple of more streams going within this week as well. Feel free also to interact with me in the chat if you like. I'll update you guys about this game so far. Let's get these leading scores. Let's see who's dropping the points right now for both of these teams. Okay, we got somebody in double figures already for North Carolina as I'm looking at the points Yeah, that's Kobe White, the guy who just drained that three for UNC to take the lead. Yeah, White has 10 points so far. Garrison Brooks has 8. Looks like Luke May has 6 so far by the Tar Heels. Bench points, North Carolina has 7 bench points right now. As Little has 3. Seventh Woods has 2. So we turn to Virginia Tech. Let's see who the leading scorers are for this one. Looks like Nikhil Alexander Walker has 9 points so far as we're on a commercial break. Almost back to the action here. Let's see. Ahmed Hill is 8 for North Carolina. Ahmed Hill is 2 for 3 right now from the outside, and 2 for 2 from the outside right now for shooting from three-point range is Justin Robinson for Virginia Tech. Looks like we're on commercial break still. Almost back to the action in a minute or two. Virginia Tech out rebounding, as I'm looking at the stats, 12-10 right now over North Carolina. Both of the teams sinking in their free throws so far. Virginia Tech 2 for 2 from the line. North Carolina is 3 for 3. Should also look at the top 25 as well once we get into halftime and look at the other scores as well. I know Michigan State is playing today against Maryland. That's another top 25 team game going on right now. That game started, I believe, at 6:30 as this one is back. North Carolina now has the ball. Up by 2 with 3:17 left in the first for the Tar Heels. Now they're passing around the perimeter. Top of the key 3. It goes down. Wow, all the shots are sinking, and that one is Leaky Black who hit that down for the Tar Heels. So they got themselves into this 9-0 run in the last minute and 50. North Carolina out to a 34-29 lead with 2:53 left. Virginia Tech now passing around the outside perimeter. Ball's in the hands of Isaiah Wilkins. He'll set up the offense, call the play here for the Tar Heels. That's a deep 3, and it rims out by Ahmed Hill. Looks like he took that 3 for the Tar Heels. And a foul is called going for the rebound. Look like it's on Kerry Blackshear, the junior forward for. Is it for Virginia Tech? Yep. So it looks like Blackshear was a guilty party right there, the rebounding foul. As also another thing to note is Justin Robinson has 6 points with 3 fouls right now for the Hokies. As Robinson is also the leading scorer as well for Virginia Tech. First one from the line says Virginia Tech has 8 fouls. North Carolina's in the bonus already, and the first one from the line goes down. Nasir Little from the line, and he hits his second, so North Carolina extends that lead 36-29. Virginia Tech has been ice cold shooting the last 2 minutes. 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 22 seconds for the Tar Heels. Virginia Tech with the ball now. It's Bede at the top of the key, passes the ball over to the right wing, and now the ball's fed inside the Blackshear, who turns it over. Stolen by the Tar Heels. Kobe White passes it around the perimeter now. Rayshawn Black, also known, a.k.a. Leaky Black, and the 3-ball pass to the right corner. Kobe White doing it all from the 3-point line. He's having a day. Timeout by Virginia Tech as White hits another 3-pointer. The largest lead of the game, 39-29. Tar Heels are up by 10. What a beautiful pass Nasir Little took right there to throw it into the right corner to Kobe White, who takes the right corner 3 and hits it for the Tar Heels, 39-29. Let's see what he's got for the box score. Yeah, Kobe White is 3 for 6 right now from behind the arc, 5 for 8 from the field right now, and he's already got 13 points before the half as Virginia Tech will talk things over here. Oh, thank you so much for the like. Yeah, I'll be doing all this stuff all the way in to the March Madness tournament. Behind the Arc Basketball is my YouTube channel, and I'll be doing play-by-play and live reaction to college basketball games all season long. So Updating you guys on the score right now. We got 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this one. Virginia Tech is up 39-29. Or down 39-29. North Carolina's up 39-29. Virginia Tech has the ball. 1:56 left in the first. The Hokies down by 10. This is Wabissa Bede with it at the left wing, trying to feed it inside, and is stolen by the Tar Heels. North Carolina wants to build this lead as UNC swinging the ball outside to the top of the key, and now to the left wing, trying to drive baseline, and they kick it back outside baseline, kicks it back to the outside, wide open three, and it almost got the courtesy of the rim as the ball is bouncing off the backboard. Oh, and he gets it. 3 rebounds right there, and finally, Garrison Brooks puts it off the glass, and it goes in as the Tar Heels keep on extending the lead as none of the shots inside off the three-pointer were falling by the Tar Heels, and then finally something went down. So North Carolina up 41-29. So Virginia Tech down by 12 now, and Garrison Brooks was fouled as well as he put it off the glass, so he goes to the line for one, and he bangs it home. So it's 42-29. Tar Heels now with a 17-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes, putting this to a signature end to the half. North Carolina is. Virginia Tech started out this game hot from the field, going up 19-11, but couldn't get anything as Virginia Tech just missed 3 shots there inside as they tried to get the ball off the glass. They couldn't get anything to fall in the low post, and North Carolina gets the rebound in transition, and nothing is going Virginia Tech's way now. 20-0 run by North Carolina. Another 3 from the outside, just lighting it up. This is a show by the Tar Heels here in Chapel Hill. 45-29. Virginia Tech with the ball with 36 seconds left before halftime. Trying to take it past the timeline. They do, and now trying to drive inside. Oh, and they lose control of the ball. They somehow save it, though, before it goes out of bounds. Top of the key 3 by the Hokies. No good. The tip back, no good. And the next tip back after that, it went in. As we got a timeout on the floor. 17.2 seconds left. UNC will call a timeout. 45-31. North Carolina is up by 14. As we get a timeout on the floor, and I'll update you guys here with the score. The Virginia Tech started out this game hot from the field. They were shooting 80% from the field early on in this one, but North Carolina got onto a 20-0 run, just sinking all of their shots as of late and doing it all from authority from the outside as UNC will get the inbounds pass with 12 left in the first. 45-31. UNC up by 14. They got 6 left. 5 left. Deep 3 taken. Oh, and they missed it. And Virginia Tech gets the rebound, just throws it up at the horn, and it's airballed. So there we go at the half. As the North Carolina Tar Heels use a 20-0 run to their advantage, in courtesy of Kobe White, who has 13 for the right now. 13 points from the floor for Kobe White. 3 for 7 from behind the arc for the Tar Heels, and they're getting it done as they had all the momentum going in the last 6 minutes of play before the half. So everything going UNC's way. I'll update you guys with the score, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, as I'll be doing live reactions and play-by-play of college basketball games throughout the season and all the way into the March Madness tournaments. And feel free to like, share, and subscribe my video as well. So we're up at the halftime right now. I'll update you guys. North Carolina up by 14, 45-31 over the Hokies. So Virginia Tech's got 31. UNC has 45. We're at halftime, everybody, but North Carolina just cruising on that 20-0 run before the half. Let's go over the box score of this as we got some stars out there for the Tar Heels right now. 13 points, courtesy of Kobe White for the Tar Heels, as he's been hot shooting the ball as of late in this game. 3 for 7 from behind the three-point line for Kobe White. Has 2 steals to go along with that for the Tar Heels. And then off the bench, Nasir Little doing the work as well. He's got 7 points and 3 boards for the Tar Heels as well. Garrison Brooks with 11 points for North Carolina. So this whole lineup getting it done right now for the Tar Heels. We'll take a look at the halftime stats on the other side for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Looks like the leading scorer right now is Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the Hokies. He's got 9 points, and he also has a steal and a rebound as well. 0 bench points so far by the Hokies. They also have a very, very small roster compared to North Carolina. North Carolina tallying up the points here. They have 12 points coming off the bench. Little has 7, Leaky Black has 3, and then 7th Woods has 2 right now for UNC. So this one, North Carolina just cruising right along before the half and doing it with authority, using a 20-0 run to their advantage. Let's go into the team stats right here as we're at halftime. Virginia Tech, they started off the game shooting around 80% from the field. They got themselves out to a 19-11 lead early in this one, and then they just went ice cold, missing on like all their shots. They went like 5 minutes without scoring a single point. Now, at the half, they're shooting 11 for 24 from the field for 45.8% of their shots. From the three-point line, everything was going down early. Now they're shooting 7 for 12. They started the game out 7 for 8 from three-point range. North Carolina, the last 7 or 8 minutes of that half, they just completely dominated as they just spiked up big time in shooting percentage compared to the first 10 minutes of this game. The last 10 of the first half, wow, they really turned the heat on. 47.1% from the field right now. Three-point range, they've attempted 21 three-pointers so far for the Tar Heels. They've made in 7 of them. From the free throw line, they're 6 for 6. Rebounds, looking at this, both of the teams are basically even in rebounds right now as we go into the half, 16-15. But the big key here, as I'm looking at it, is turnovers. Virginia Tech has turned over the ball 12 times in the first half. So if they want to make this 14-point comeback and come back in the second half here at Chapel Hill, Virginia Tech really needs to take better control of the ball in the second half and not turn the ball over. As we've seen a lot of these steals. There was one of them North Carolina had earlier. It was a pass right inside Virginia Tech tried to do, stolen away by UNC, and they took it all the way to the rim and dunked it in. North Carolina doing a great job right now, taking control of the ball and not turning it over, as they only have 4 turnovers compared to Virginia Tech's 12. Also, the fouls as well. Virginia Tech is in big foul trouble right now. They have 9 team fouls compared to North Carolina's 3. I'm going to see who they're on right here. So, yeah, big foul trouble for the Hokies. Justin Robinson for Virginia Tech is second in the ACC right now in assists. He has an average of 5.4 assists per game. He has 6 points right now, but he's in deep foul trouble in the first half. He has 3 fouls already on him. He had to take a seat on the bench around like halfway through the first half because he got his 3rd foul charged on him. So that's what happened there. As we get the top scorer for Virginia Tech, he only has 9 points at the half. That's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 9 points at the half. He averages 18.3 points per game. And I'd like to thank all you guys for watching the video on Behind the Arc Basketball. Thank you all for joining me, as we'll be back to the second half, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, in a little bit. Thank you all for joining me. Feel free to like my videos, hit that subscribe button as well, and spread the word about my channel. I'll be live streaming play-by-play and doing reactions all season long to college basketball games. Good one here early on. It was back and forth, back and forth. Both of the teams, Virginia Tech and North Carolina, they were just sinking shot after shot, but Virginia Tech went ice cold from the floor. North Carolina went red hot in the last 5 minutes of play, used a 20-0 run to their advantage, and really exploded out there. And thank you for the like. I appreciate it. And I'll be doing this all basketball season long here for college basketball. So definitely like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Spread the word here. We'll look into this ACC standings before I go back to break. Virginia Tech and North Carolina tied at top of the ACC, along with Louisville, Syracuse, Virginia, and Duke. So what is that? We got I think it's like it's a six-way tie between the ACC teams, all those teams, 6 teams right now with the best record in the ACC. So still a lot of sorting out to do in the conference. As we look towards a lot of these games right now in the top 25, we don't have many today. Iowa State, Kansas going on at 9 o'clock tonight. But the only other game to report right now as we look into the top 25 will be number 13 Maryland Terrapins going up against the number 6 Michigan State Spartans. So we look at this one. Michigan State is up by 15 right now in Big Ten play, 50-35, as they got around 11:52 left in the second in that one. So Michigan State's up by 15 with 11:52 left. As we thank all you guys for joining in to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, as I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions of college basketball games throughout the season. So thank you for tuning in. As this North Carolina team was cruising at the end of the half, used the 20-0 run to their advantage, and just poured it on during the end of the half right there against Virginia Tech. Got halftime right now. We should take a look at the schedule for both of these teams. The strength of schedule was the big concern for Virginia Tech. Their strength of schedule going into this game is 120th overall right now in college basketball. They're 1-1 in top 25 games played this season for the Hokies. And they played against one of those teams who's not even in the top 25 right now. They're right outside the cusp of the top 25, the Purdue Boilermakers, as Virginia Tech beat them early on in non-conference play 89-83. But then Virginia went to their rival, the Virginia Cavaliers, and got destroyed by them. No, I'm just doing play-by-play and live reactions of this game, but I know they have the stream on some of the computers. It depends on your internet service. They do have the stream, I believe, on ESPN3. It depends on your internet service provider, though. That's the only thing. But yeah, thank you for watching in. I can't put on the stream and stream it live to you guys because it'd be resulting in a copyright strike. That's the only thing. So I have to do only play-by-play and live reactions of these games because I can't show the stream since it would result in like a copyright strike. But thank you so much for watching in. But yeah, so Virginia Tech right now, 1-1 inside top 25 play. So this is basically, they lost to Virginia, and this is basically their second real test at the top 25, as their non-conference game was against Purdue, who's now outside the top 25. As we see, North Carolina's record in the top 25 is 3-2 right now. As we'll look at those games, the big one was the win against Gonzaga back in non-conference play. Gonzaga right now ranks number 2 in points scored. Duke is 3, and North Carolina is 5 right now in the nation. But North Carolina had to put 103 points on the scoreboard to beat Gonzaga during that game. They beat them 103-90. They've had some close games here and there, including the loss to Kentucky. They lost 80-72, but yeah, UNC beating their rival 90-82 North Carolina State at the beginning of conference play. They also beat UCLA, as UCLA was ranked early in the year in the top 25. They've dropped out, as there's been no Pac-12 team in like the last 5 weeks to be inside the top 25. That whole Pac-12 is wide open, completely wide open. From that loss that Arizona had against Oregon, anybody can take control of that top 25. It's going to be interesting because I'm doing the stream on Thursday. It's Washington against Oregon, and I believe that one's at Oregon. That's going to be interesting because Oregon, coming off that win against Arizona, how can they respond? And can they continue to keep that up? So I'll be curious to see that. But thank you all for watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout the college basketball season of different college basketball games, all the way in through the conference tournament and into, of course, March Madness, which is one of my favorite times of years. March Madness, always a great tournament, always these close games. It gets you up at the edge of your seat. It's just like those two football games last night in the NFL. That was crazy. The Chiefs, Pats, Rams, Saints. Those games were absolutely crazy last night. They just had me up at my edge of my seat. It was incredible. But yeah, we're at halftime here between Virginia Tech and North Carolina. We'll be back in a couple minutes. But yeah, North Carolina just exploding towards the end of that first half, using a 20-0 run in their advantage to just pour it on and go to the half. Just incredible run for Virginia Tech. Yeah, as I'm looking at the scores that I was updating, so Virginia Tech with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left, they were up 29-28. Then after that, it was the three-pointer by North Carolina that they just took full advantage of. It was Kobe White who launched that one from downtown, which really was the game changer, sinking that three, as he leads North Carolina right now in points at the half. Kobe White has 13 right now at the half. But yeah, he just sunk in the three from downtown. That's what really changed it. Put UNC up 31-29. Virginia Tech then called a timeout. And then after that, we end up the score being 45-31 at the half. As North Carolina just went on an explosive run to end the half. We'll see what happens here as we get back to action in a few minutes. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in today so far. Definitely like, share, spread the word of my video, and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll be doing this all season long and throughout, and all the way up into the March Madness tournaments as well, as we'll have some great games there. I know that Thursday I'm supposed to be doing the Oregon-Washington game. So we'll see what that Pac-12 is about come Thursday as well. So Virginia Tech was stone cold shooting during the second part of that first half. They started out 6 and 7, and I think ending the half after that they were 1 for 5 from downtown. So they were just stone cold. Yeah, North Carolina got onto that 20-0 run. They finished off the half going on the 20-2 run. So yeah. So we're almost back here at Chapel Hill. As the big impact player for North Carolina will be Kobe White. He had 13 points before the half, so he has 13 points right now at halftime. Be Kobe White really making a difference right now for the Tar Heels. 11 points by Garrison Brooks as well. He has 3 rebounds. White has 2 rebounds. White shooting 3 for 7 from behind the arc. As it looks like we're back to action here. North Carolina gets the rebound. So Virginia Tech, this is the most points that they've allowed in the first half this season, as that was a block inside the boards, and it goes the other way for the Hokies, trying to go in transverse, and looks like the offensive foul was called going on inside, dribbling in the paint, and it will be a turnover by the Hokies. Ahmed Hill tried to take it inside, and the charge was called as Kenny Williams put his body in position. And Virginia Tech will turn over the ball to the Tar Heels. So North Carolina to inbounds it. They get it now. It's Kobe White, the star of the first half, with 13 points now. Virginia Tech, they just allowed a season-high points at the half, 45. North Carolina dropped on them in this one, as UNC driving inside to outside, kicks it back outside at the right wing perimeter. We got a foul on the play. Looks like this one's picked up by Virginia Tech, as they have their second already of the second half. Cameron Johnson dribbling the ball for the Tar Heels, and then the foul was called on the Hokies. So with 19:11 left, North Carolina will inbound it. And they'll do is they're trying to go inside, and it goes off the glass and in. Right there in the bucket. Doing it all himself is Kobe White, as UNC is up 47-31. Kobe White going inside. Looks like the shooting foul was called on Wabasa Bede as well. Thank you for the like. Kobe White to the line, and he misses it on the and one. So Virginia Tech will get the ball back. Down 31-47. Virginia Tech really needs to get some shots going. They were stone cold for the last 4 minutes of play to allow North Carolina to get on a 20-2 run. As the ball is stolen, they try to kick it back outside. The Tar Heels have it. Trying to dribble inside to outside. North Carolina, as Virginia Tech steals the ball, but it was last touched out of bounds, and it will go back to the Tar Heels. So Bede for Virginia Tech tried to take the ball away from North Carolina, but the ball goes out of bounds. Total difference in turnovers. Virginia Tech has 14. North Carolina has 4. 3 ball from the top of the key, and it goes down for the Tar Heels. Wow. Kenny Williams hits that one, and he has his first 3 points of the game. Definitely. 3 ball. That one sinks by the Hokies, but they're still down 50-36. Thank you so much for watching. North Carolina's up by 16, dribbling inside and too hard off the glass. And North Carolina gets the offensive board, though. Left elbow shot. It goes down. Sinks it down is Kenny Williams again. 5 points in 14 seconds for Kenny Williams from North Carolina. It's a 52-34 lead by the Tar Heels. And looks like Virginia Tech has the ball, and that one goes down. So the 3 ball goes down for the Hokies, so it's 52-37. Ahmed Hill finally with 11 points. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like a lot of different teams. I'm from the Northeast, so I like a ton of basketball teams. That one goes down from 3. Again, North Carolina from the outside. But, yeah, I'm not too far from Providence College, so I'm a big fan of the PC Friars here from the Northeast. The University of Rhode Island, not too far away from BC either. We don't have that many schools up here in New England that do college basketball. We're not that big into college football either over here in New England. We only have, like, BC and UConn, basically, and then everything else is, like, FCS schools or so. But for basketball, like when I can, I've gone to like games at the University of Rhode Island in the past. I've been there, but yeah, their jerseys are so alike to North Carolina. Like it's absolutely sick. I love UNC's jerseys, the light blue and white. As North Carolina has the ball with 16:48 left, and looks like looks like it's an offensive pick called by North Carolina. So it will go back to Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech's down 55-37. Thank you so much though for tuning into my stream. I'm going to be doing this all season long with different games and all the way into the March Madness tournament. Virginia Tech has the ball now. They're swinging it back outside. It's Brandon Huffman who feeds the ball inside for the Hokies, and they get it off the glass, and that's in. So Virginia Tech banks the shot in, but they're still down 55-39, and the ball is stolen on the pass, and all alone is Blackshear. Oh, he gets rejected at the rim, but a foul is called. Kenny Blackshear tried to dunk that one home for the Hokies. Couldn't get that one to go, but oh, what a nasty rejection right there. That was on, Kobe White doing all today for the Tar Heels. Unbelievable. Kobe White does pick up the shooting foul on that one, though, but incredible rejection on there. So to the lines, Blackshear hits his first, and the Hokies are down by 15. So we got 16-16 left in the second. It's 55-40. Blackshear just got his ninth. Blackshear going for his 10th point, going for the double-double. He does. So still down by 14. Yeah, so the score right now, 55-41, 16:07 left as the jumper is no good by the Tar Heels. I post in here whenever there's a timeout. And the three goes down from the right corner outside. What a beautiful three ball. Nothing but net for the Tar Heels, up 58-41, 15:46 left. Virginia Tech with the ball. Nasir Little dribbling now from the outside at the right wing, passes it to the top of the key and trying to drive inside. Cameron Johnson feeds the ball inside the Blackshear, and it could not fall off the glass, and North Carolina gets the rebound. And looks like there's a stoppage in time to talk things over now, so we got a timeout call. I believe I'll update the chat, but thank you so much for tuning in. North Carolina right now just owning this game big time. It's 10 versus 11 battle just going to UNC. So Virginia Tech has 41. UNC has 58. Get ourselves 15-31 in the second. There we go. Thank you so much, man, for tuning in. They're just running away right now with this game. They just exploded towards the end of that first half. They were down throughout like most of the first half, and then they came back. They were down 29-28, and then who was it that sunk the three? It was Kobe White for UNC that drained a three deep from the outside, and then after that, North Carolina just exploded. They went on a 20-0 run before the half, and it's at this point right now. This team in the tournament, they can do absolute damage. Like, this team's got the team to go all the way to the championship game, how they're playing today. Like, it's just insane. Like, they can definitely do it. This whole NCAA right now is wide open because Michigan lost to Wisconsin by 10. Michigan dropped a bunch of positions down in the AP. Duke's without Trey Jones for a couple games. This could be like North Carolina time to take advantage. Kobe White is going off this game. He has 18 points right now with 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 assists. This kid's going off right now. I want to see what he has the previous games. He has 18. He scored 17 against Notre Dame. He had 15 against Miami. Wow, so he's just absolutely going off. He has more points than the last two games. And then the game that they got crushed against Louisville, he only scored 4 points. But yeah, this guy's just come out of nowhere. He's just dominating. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy. But yeah, North Carolina's jerseys have always been like absolutely sick. Like they're just amazing. Like they have the distinct jerseys. Like the light blue is just incredible. Like I can only imagine them like if they ever play like URI on the court, because both of those teams are like light blue and dark blue. That'd be insane. Looks like UNC is to the line now, and they just hit the first free throw. So here's the second one, and that one's good as well. And look who it was. It was Kobe White, so he has 20. 60-41. UNC is up as looks like when we were on a break, Kerry Blackshear of Virginia Tech got called with a technical. So that's what happened there, sending White to the line, and he synced in both. They're up by 19, and they get the ball back too. As North Carolina has it at the left corner behind the arc, and they dribble it back out with 15-15 left in the second. As now it's White with it behind the arc, dribbling with 6 on the shot clock with White, trying to set up a play with 4 on the shot clock. White trying to step back 3. Kobe White, no, couldn't hit it off the rim, and it's rebounded by the Hokies. We got 15 minutes left. As now trying to take it inside and kicks it back outside. Open look for a 3 for Virginia Tech, and they could not hit the shot. And it's rebounded by North Carolina. Hey, thanks for joining us. I'll be streaming play-by-play and live reactions all season long, but if you're just tuning in, North Carolina's been pouring it on right now at home, up by 19 against Virginia Tech. They're up 60-41. North Carolina now at the right elbow, and they kick it back outside towards the three-point line, three-point shot, and it goes down. What a shot by Luke May, and he hits that. He's second in the ACC in rebounds, but he's also doing it from behind the arc. He's 3 for 4 tonight. As Virginia Tech goes inside, looks like Williams tried to take the charge for North Carolina, but he couldn't take the charge, I believe. So, it'll be a foul called on the Tar Heels, and it will send Virginia Tech to the line. So this is Justin Robinson, who will go to the line for Virginia Tech. He's 78% from the line this season. So the first one goes down for Robinson. Thanks for joining the stream. I'll be doing college basketball play-by-play all season long, all the way into the March Madness tournament. North Carolina definitely has a chance to go far, like big time. As they're up by 21. And now up by 20. So 63-43, UNC is winning. We got 14:05 left in the second. UNC with the ball at the left wing outside the perimeter. And that is Kenny Williams with the ball. And now they're passing it outside the perimeter. Baseline jumper. That one goes down for Cameron Johnson from the outside for the Tar Heels. 65-43. He has 8 points. He's 3 for 6 from the floor today. Virginia going inside, and the right-handed layup is good by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And there's a loose ball, and Virginia Tech takes control of it, and they missed the layup. Blackshear gets the offensive board, but a foul is called on UNC, sending Blackshear to the line. I cannot believe on the stolen ball he had a breakaway, and Virginia Tech missed the easy layup. North Carolina still in full control of this game, up by 20. Blackshear has 10 points, 12 rebounds, so already a double-double so far as we look at that top 10. Virginia Tech at number 10, North Carolina at 11. With a UNC win today, it will most likely put them above Virginia Tech in the next AP Top 25 poll coming out next week. So we look at the new number 1 is Tennessee for the first time this season. As Duke beating Virginia on Saturday had Virginia fall in the coaches poll. Duke goes from 1 to 2. Virginia now at 3. As both of the shots from the line go down, so Blackshear makes both of them. North Carolina up by 18, and the double press right there, and the layup on the steal by the Hokies. So this full court press at the half court trap worked and stole the ball away for the Tar Heels. And they got a steal off of that, and North Carolina still up 65-49. So 12:56 left for UNC, swinging the ball outside, and now at the elbow with it, and swings it back to the outside, and the 3, 6 down, and it's another one that falls for Luke May. 4 for 5 tonight from behind the arc. He's 31% on the season. He hits that one. It's number 32, the senior from Huntersville, North Carolina, hits it down 68-49. UNC up right now with 12:26 left. We got a foul called right there. I believe Virginia Tech's the guilty party as May tried to go up for the defensive rebound, and I think he got slapped in the face right there trying to rebound it. So if you're just joining us, Virginia Tech is down by 19. So we got a little stoppage in play right now, so I'll update this for you guys. As the shot could not fall from the baseline jumper inside for UNC and is controlled with 12:04 left by the Hokies. Virginia Tech swinging it around the perimeter. In the hands of Justin Robinson, he has 3 fouls, but he's also second in the ACC in assists behind Trey Jones. Robinson from the outside, he misses, rebounded by May for UNC, and they take it past the timeline. So North Carolina with the ball. Oh, it's stolen as Cameron Johnson tried to take it in the lane, but it's stolen. 3-on-1, and they get it off the glass for the Hokies. I thought they were going to miss that layup that time, too. I thought he was going to be too strong off the glass. Luckily, he floated it up there. That got the courtesy of the backboard in the rim as well, and it got the fall. So 68-51. Virginia Tech's on a little bit of a run. I think a 6-0 run until North Carolina goes inside and scores. That's another one going in for Nasir Little. So it's 70-51 UNC. Taken past the timeline by Justin Robinson of the Hokies. We got 11 minutes left, and he slips with the ball, but he regains his footing. 3 from the outside, and no good. Hit the rim, and Ty Outlaw couldn't sink the shot, and is rebounded by the Tar Heels. Trying to drive inside for North Carolina. Oh, he almost got it to fall, but he's fouled. So Nasir Little will go to the line. All North Carolina right now. 70-51, and we got ourselves a commercial break, so I'll update you guys on these stats. Feel free to interact with me in the chat, and also feel free to like, share, and subscribe my videos. You've been watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be live streaming play-by-play of college basketball games all season long, all the way up and throughout the NCAA tournament. And this North Carolina team tonight playing like a top NCAA tournament team today, just pouring it on right now in Chapel Hill, up 70-51. As I update the score, Virginia Tech has 51. UNC has 70. We got ourselves 10:45 left in the second. Yeah, UNC just taking full advantage of this game. Look at these statistics here. Virginia Tech from the field shooting 17 for 40, good for 42.5% right now from the field. North Carolina another performance over 50% from the field shooting. They're shooting the ball great today, 52.1%. They shot the ball around 55% against Miami on Saturday. That was their season high on the season. As we look to the three-point attempts and how many they made as well. North Carolina is 12 for 27. They've attempted 27 three-pointers in this one. They've made 12 of them. So they're 44% from three-point range. Virginia Tech is 9 for 18. After Virginia Tech took a huge early lead in this one, they were up 19-11 early on in like the first 7 minutes of this one. All the shots were falling for the Hokies, but after that, UNC using a 20-2 run to their advantage, and they're still continuing on upping the score. So it looks like we're on commercial break right now with North Carolina up 70-51 against Virginia Tech with 10:45 left in the second. Thanking all you guys for tuning in right now to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Feel free to like my videos, subscribe to my page, spread the word as well. I'll be doing play-by-play and live streams of college basketball games throughout the season, all the way into the March Madness tournament as well. And Virginia Tech in this 10 versus 11 battle, they're down by 19. North Carolina right now, ranked 11th in the AP Top 25, has been getting it going today. And big game at home in Chapel Hill, coming back from that game a couple Saturdays ago where they got blown out by Louisville, and now they're blowing out Virginia Tech. And Virginia Tech, Virginia Tech coming into this game was 120th overall in their strength of schedule. They hadn't really played anybody good in the conference besides the loss to Virginia, as the first shot from the free throw line goes down for Nasir Little for North Carolina. So now it's 71-51. Tar Heels up by 20. You have Virginia Tech inside the conference, the easy ACC schedule to start off the season. And as we're doing the sorting throughout the ACC, as the second one goes down for a little, it's a 21-point lead now by the Tar Heels. Virginia Tech with the ball. We got 10:32 left in the second. With it, it's Nikhil Alexander-Walker dribbling, and he feeds the ball inside into the low post, and it goes home for Blackshear as he hits the jumper. Blackshear with a double-double already today. We still have like 10-18 left in this one. As North Carolina turns it over, they try to feed the ball down into the low post towards the elbow baseline, and the lob pass goes over the head, and they turn it over. So Virginia Tech's down 53-72. Easy conference schedule to start off the season. All the teams they've played in the ACC are bottom of the barrel ACC teams. They beat Notre Dame, beat Boston College, beat Georgia Tech, and they also beat Wake Forest, but all those teams aren't inside the top half of the top ACC, as the slam dunk goes down by Blackshear, and looks like he gets fouled as well. So Virginia Tech is down 72-55. Blackshear driving baseline. Looks like May picks up the foul for North Carolina. So Blackshear with a double-double, 16 points, 13 rebounds, yet his team is still trailing 72-55. So Blackshear from the line right now for the Hokies. And he hits it. They're still down 72-56. 9:58 left. North Carolina with the inbounds with a comfortable lead here, as the lob pass at the free throw line. It says, oh, the feed inside with the assist, and nobody could cover number 24, Kenny Williams, as he comes out of nowhere on the back cut screen, sends it off the glass and in for the Tar Heels. They're up by 18, 74-56. Virginia Tech with the ball, and I think we got a foul on the play. But yeah, oh man, what a beautiful pass inside. Brandon Robinson setting up the beautiful bounce pass. One bounce inside to the backdoor cut to Kenny Williams, who lays it in for the Tar Heels. 17 team assists tonight by North Carolina. They're third in college basketball right now with 19.4 averaging per game. For North Carolina with the ball, as Virginia Tech did go to the line, missed a free throw, wide open three. Nothing but net from the outside. The Tar Heels extending their lead now, up by 21 here at home. Nasir Little with 14 as he hit the three. 77-56. North Carolina is up. Virginia Tech with the ball, and they have 9 minutes to try to complete a 21-point comeback from the outside, and they miss it, and UNC gets the rebound. 21-point comeback. Kansas State did that 2 weeks ago against West Virginia and won. Make it a 24-point deficit now, 80-56. UNC just delivering hot right now from the field for the Tar Heels. As we got a timeout called by the Hokies. Everything is North Carolina right now. They are up with 8:35 left to go in this game. Big time, 80-56 at home. We got a commercial break, but thank you all for watching. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be streaming live play-by-play and reaction to college basketball games throughout the season, all the way into the March Madness tournament. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to update this score right now for you guys, but North Carolina is up by a bunch here at home. So Virginia Tech's got 56. UNC already has 80. The number 5 team scoring in the nation for average points per game is just erupting here. From behind the arc, it's been crazy for UNC. Got to look at these team stats. Insane. UNC, what they're doing today. Kobe White, and he's a freshman, and he already has 20 points. It's incredible. The kid's incredible. 7 for 13 from the field, 4 for 9 from behind the arc. Everything that Kobe White is doing right now to lead this Tar Heels team. Also, Nasir Little with 17 off the bench. That's incredible. So UNC has 22 bench points. Yeah, Virginia Tech, as we take a look at the leading scorers for the Hokies, they have 3 of their guys are in double figures, actually. Blackshear is 17. He has, oh my goodness, he has 14 rebounds. That's crazy. You put up a stat line like that and you're getting demolished. I don't get it. It's insane. 14 rebounds. He needs help from his teammates, though. I see his other teammates in the rebounding category. 1, 3, 3. He needs more help. Nikhil Alexander-Walker has 16 right now as we're on commercial break for Virginia Tech. And Ahmed Hill has 13, but they're getting crushed right now because it's been all Kobe White for North Carolina having 20. Nasir Little off the bench having 17. And then you got Garrison Brooks with 11. Luke May with 12. The leading scorer, Cameron Johnson, only has 8. Johnson averages 15.9 points per game. And Kobe White, the freshman from Goldsboro, North Carolina, coming clutch today as he's 3rd on the team in points, and he's making everything fall from behind the arc basically today. It's incredible. We're almost back here to the stream. Let's look ahead to the next 2 games for both of these teams before we get back. So Virginia Tech is back home in Blacksburg Saturday at 8, and that's another crucial game. That they're at home playing against another team that's 4-1 right now in the ACC. That's Syracuse. Syracuse coming off the huge win a week ago against Duke. Duke suffered a big loss in that game with a Trey Jones injury, but Virginia has them first, and then they're out at Miami to close out the season. 3-ball by Virginia, no good as we're back to play, and North Carolina gets the rebound. Up 80-56. North Carolina with the ball with 8:13 left. Corner three. Oh, it goes down. Three ball from the corner by Kenny Williams. Everything is sinking for the Tar Heels. They started the game out 1 for 12 from behind the arc. After that, they've hit 14 out of their last 18 three-pointers. They have an 83-56 lead. The three ball goes down the other way for Virginia Tech from the right corner, so they cut into that a little bit, but North Carolina still has a humongous lead right now. 15 made three-pointers in this game. That's a season high for the Tar Heels. Now at the right wing, with it is Garrison Brooks, who passes it off now. Looks like it's into the hands of Kobe White. Yeah. White's ball gets batted around in the lane, and they do get the ball back from North Carolina. Try to get it off of the shot clock, but they do get a shot clock violation, and it didn't hit the rim, so Virginia Tech will get back the ball with 7:16 left. North Carolina's up 83-59. Kobe White having a spectacular game. 20 points. I think he has a few rebounds in there, a steal as well. And he's a freshman from Goldsboro, North Carolina. He's been lighting up the scoreboard today. We got a timeout on the court, so I'll update you guys with the score once again. This one is full control of North Carolina right now. With that easy non-conference schedule, it's coming back to haunt Virginia Tech currently. 83-59. Easy non-conference schedule. Rank 120th in strength of schedule in play. And then they get the ACC schedule to start off the season for Virginia Tech. They beat Notre Dame. They beat Boston College. They beat Georgia Tech, and they beat Wake Forest. But all those wins are coming from teams at the bottom half of the ACC, where you look at who North Carolina has played so far. They've played teams at the top tier of the ACC, North Carolina State, which they beat. They beat Louisville. So, yeah, total difference in conference play, even though the two-game win streak by the Tar Heels has come into the hands of Notre Dame and Miami. They are on that two-game winning streak and looking to extend that to 3 today. As we're on a commercial break here, North Carolina just demolishing Virginia Tech 83-59 right now. But, yeah, difference in strength of schedule. Yeah, there's a total difference. 120th for the Hokies compared to North Carolina with the 20th toughest strength of schedule in all of college basketball. So we look at the next two games for the Tar Heels. They get 8 days of rest. So they basically see how the ACC sorts out for the next 3 days with teams kind of beating up on each other, winning and losing. We'll see how that goes. So 8 days of rest before they have back-to-back road games at Georgia Tech and at Louisville, where they'll want to have revenge of that home loss 2 weeks ago at home in Chapel Hill against Louisville, where they got beat pretty hard there, 83-62. As we're almost back to the game. We got a score update here. Looks like it's Michigan State, Maryland, and yeah, success keeps on rolling on for the Spartans. 17-2 now, 8-0 in the Big Ten, number 1 in Big Ten play, and they won again today. So now we're back. Virginia Tech and North Carolina. 7:05 left. Virginia Tech is driving inside. The shot cannot fall too hard for the glass, and it's rebounded by the Tar Heels. North Carolina gets it back. It's Leaky Black in the game as he passes it off and trying to drive inside with a jumper, trying to float it over the top. Was Nasir Little, but he couldn't get it. Looks like the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Tar Heels. So Virginia Tech will get it back down 83-59 with 6:48 left. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video of my live stream. This is North Carolina, Virginia Tech live play-by-play. Behind the Arc Basketball and reaction as Virginia Tech inside the key was fouled. So they'll go to the line for 2. They could not get it to fall off the backboard and in. So still 83-59. Hokies down by 24. They'll go to the line with 6:38 left. From the line, this looks like it's Justin Robinson as he hits his first for the Hokies. Robinson is an 81.6% shooter from the line. Looks like North Carolina gets a couple subs in. Going out of the game right now is Leaky Black and Nasir Little for the Tar Heels. 83-60. 23-point game. Second one from the line's good. 83-61. So both of the free throws go down for Virginia Tech's Justin Robinson. However, they're down by 22. The ball is stolen from North Carolina, though. Virginia Tech on the breakaway, the one-on-one. But the bounce pass was too hard by the Hokies, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover again, which has plagued them all game long, and North Carolina will get it back. I can't do that because it will result in a copyright strike, so you can't do that. So I can only do play-by-play and reactions because if I do stream the game, YouTube will suspend my account and it will result in a copyright strike. North Carolina is up by 22 and with the ball with 6:16 left in the second. But thanks for joining in. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Deep three from behind the arc. It could not go down, and Virginia Tech gets the rebound. This is a 22-point game, and the lob over the top and the alley-oop jam with 6 minutes goes down by the Hokies. They're still down by 20, though. North Carolina has the ball. Moving the ball around at the perimeter, around the left side of the perimeter. Now with the ball is Cameron Johnson, and he floats the ball to the outside to Williams, and now they're floating outside. Right corner three. Oh, it gets the courtesy of the rim, and it's good by Luke May. 6-3 ball from the right corner. 85-63. He has 14 tonight. As Virginia Tech moves the ball around to the right corner perimeter. That one is short and rebounded, though. Offensive board by Blackshear. He kicks it out to the top of the key three. That is nothing but net for Alexander Walker. 85-66. Just too many points for the Tar Heels for the Hokies to come back with 5:02 left. As we get a foul inside on the Hokies as the ball was dumped inside by North Carolina. So looks like they're in the bonus too, so UNC will shoot some shots from the line with 5:02 left in the second. As we thank all of you guys for joining in today to the stream. As you've been watching Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, I'll be live streaming play-by-play and live reactions of games all season long and into the March Madness tournament as that shot goes down. First from the line is good, so it's 86-66. UNC up by 20. And yeah, I won't be able to show the stream for the game because if I do so, it'll result in a copyright strike since it's under the copyright law. So that's why I can only do play-by-play live reactions and stuff like that. As Virginia Tech takes it in there, is rejected at the rim, but got enough of it to go inside the net as it was swatted in there, but it goes into the net. So result of a basket as it's a steal by the Hokies. On the floor, but it's a tie-up too with it. As Virginia Tech will call a timeout. So they did steal the ball as North Carolina failed to get across the timeline. Virginia Tech stole the ball, but the ball was on the ground, recovered by Alexander Walker, and Virginia Tech did take a timeout. So we got a stoppage in play right now. I think it's a 20-point game. Update you guys on the score. Or, yeah, 18-point game now. Virginia Tech up with a comfortable lead as this game is just winding down. We're on a stoppage of time. right now. Yeah, North Carolina just sinking in like tons of their shots, shooting 54.5 right now percent from the field. Virginia Tech's 44.2 shooting percent from the field right now. As we thank all you guys for tuning into my stream, I'll be doing this all season long with multiple college basketball games all the way into the March Madness tournament. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe at Behind the Arc Basketball. North Carolina is up now by 18, trying to close this one out and trying to put their record to 15-4. Virginia Tech gets it with the inbounds. 4:36 left. 3 from the left wing, and it cannot go down, and is rebounded by May for the Tar Heels and into the hands of Kobe White. Kobe White's had a huge game for UNC. They kick it back outside. White for some more. Oh, he couldn't get that one to hit. Rebounded by the Hokies. 4:15 left, trying to go inside, and looks like he's fouled. Justin Robinson dribbled inside, and North Carolina will pick up the foul. So Justin Robinson for Virginia Tech will go to the line for 2. Justin Robinson is 81.6% from the line this season, and he hits the first. So it's 86-69. 13 points by Robinson. Here's the second. It goes down. They're still down by 16, though. So North Carolina is up 86-70 with 4:14 left. Shooting percentage from the floor, UNC with 54% compared to Virginia Tech's 43% right now. As UNC will get the inbounds. Splits the double team wide open down the floor of the court. Oh, he gets rejected, though, but it goes out of bounds by Virginia Tech. North Carolina had an open man down the court, and the bounce pass, he just had one guy to beat, but Virginia Tech, with their defense, with the one guy in position with a swat, but they call a foul on that anyway. North Carolina goes to the line, hits their first one. So they're up 87-70. Second one. That one hits as well. That was Nasir Little, who sunk both from the line. What a factor he's been. Perfect from the free throw line today. 7 for 7, 19 points on the night by Nasir Little. North Carolina is up 88-70 with 4 minutes left. Trying to go inside. Oh, he's rejected. North Carolina gets the ball back. Huge block by UNC on the Virginia Tech play. And gets the friendly roll and the layup in there. And it's a 90-70 game. And look who it was. It was Kobe White. He has 22. Virginia Tech trying to get inside. They hit one off the glass by Blackshear. Cut the lead to 18. But the damage has been done by UNC with 3:33 left. 90-72. Tar Heels up. Looks like we got a foul called, trying to dribble inside towards the right elbow was North Carolina, but a Virginia Tech defender just bumped UNC as they tried to dribble. So Virginia Tech will pick up the foul. We got a stoppage in play right now for a TV timeout, but thank you all for joining the stream. I'll update you guys on the score as well. Thank you so much for tuning into Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe my videos. I'll be doing this all season long. Live play-by-play and reaction to college basketball games, but North Carolina looking like they're unstoppable tonight. Up 90-72. Virginia Tech. 7-2 UC 90. You shoot. Let's put 30. 3:31 left. So yeah, North Carolina is up by 22 right now as they're trying to close out this game. So what Louisville did 2 weeks ago against North Carolina. North Carolina is doing it to Virginia Tech right now. Just absolutely demolishing them in this game. I just want to go into the stats here. Let's see who the top scorers are for this one. For the Tar Heels, Kobe White delivering 22 points on the game, 8 for 15 from the floor, 4 for 10 from behind the arc. Kobe White, as he has 7 rebounds as well. He leads the team in that phase as well. Just what a great game by him. Phenomenal today. As Nasir Little has 19 points off the bench as well. Great game delivered by Little there for the Tar Heels. Looking to the Virginia Tech top scorers, they have a bunch of guys with double-figure points here. 19, 14, 15, 19, yet they have 3 bench points. So Blackshear is 19 for the Hokies. That is ridiculous. He has 17 rebounds. That's insane. If something happens to Blackshear, this whole Virginia Tech team is in trouble because Blackshear is by far the tallest player on the team. He's 6'10". After that, Virginia Tech does not have a center. So if Blackshear ever goes down, they're in deep trouble. Their second tallest player is 6'7", and then after that, their third tallest player on the team, 6'6". They only have 2 guys above 6'7" on the team. That's Landers Noli, who I don't think he's played this season, and Blackshear is 6'10". So Blackshear is 19, and also Alexander Walker for the Hokies has 19, but they still trail by 18 here with 3:31 left. The free throw goes down for the Tar Heels, so the first one is a make, and that's by Kobe White. He has 23 points tonight. He's the first UNC freshman with 20 points, more than 20 points, more than 5 rebounds in the game, and more than 5 assists. Going all the way back to the 2007 season, you have to go. So North Carolina up by 20, 92-72, 3:22 left. Virginia Tech now feeding the ball outside. Right wing 3, that goes down for Justin Robinson. So they're down by 17, 92-75. North Carolina reverse hand layup. They will just answer going the other way. They don't miss very often today. Nasir Little now with 21, 94-75. The ball is on the ground at the baseline, and Virginia Tech turns it over. North Carolina has it. And now on a breakaway alley-oop jam. Oh, it goes down. What a play right there. It's Luke May who lobbed it up top in the slam on the alley-oop. I think that was Cameron Johnson who slammed that down. We have to see that one again for UNC. Off the stolen ball. Let's see. So 24, Kenny Williams lobs it up top to, I think that's, who's that? 4? No, that's 5. Lobs it up top to number 5. Oh, that's Nasir Little. Yeah, he got 23 from that. So Nasir Little was the one who just got the alley-oop jam. North Carolina's up 96-75. And UNC has the ball, trying to dribble baseline, kicks it back outside. This is Nasir Little. What a game he's had, and what a game Kobe White has had. Oh my goodness, this guy is having a phenomenal night from the outside. 27 points for Kobe White, 99-75, 2 minutes left. Tar Heels closing in on another W. Virginia Tech in an easy layup. They just miss inside. And we got 1:50 left. North Carolina with another 3 from the outside. Oh, it couldn't go down, but they get the offensive board. Trying to drive inside. Trying to go for 100. The ball's inside, and they couldn't get it off 2 offensive rebounds. They couldn't get it as Virginia Tech gets the rebound. And they get fouled with 1:33. So 99-75. Virginia Tech will go to the line. North Carolina shooting for 100. They're almost there. Virginia Tech at the free throw line. Ahmed Hill shooting now from the line. First one, he makes it. But it's a 99-76 game as we get subs coming in for the Tar Heels. Thank you so much all for watching my video today. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and what I do is I do live play-by-play and reactions to college basketball games throughout the season. As this one's been all North Carolina since around 7 minutes to go in the second half. They got on a 20-2 run, and after that, they never looked back. North Carolina with the ball, so Virginia Tech made both of their shots from the line. They tried to go inside looking for 100. They couldn't get it. Virginia Tech with a defensive rebound inside as the ball goes off the backboard. Virginia Tech now at the right corner and feeds it inside to the low post, and a little jumper goes for Isaiah Williams coming off the bench now for the Hokies, down by 20 with 1:03 left. North Carolina looking for 100. Passing around the perimeter on the outside, feeding the ball inside, and he gets it to fall off the glass. Walker Miller off the bench for the Tar Heels. And they have 101 with 48 seconds left. 101-79. North Carolina is up the 3 from the right corner, goes down for the Hokies, so it's 101-82. North Carolina pushing the ball up. They want to score some more, and it was a miss inside, but the offensive board and the putback, and it goes down 103-82. As we also have an injury down for North Carolina. This doesn't look good. Oh, no. Brandon Robinson is down on the baseline for North Carolina. Not good. Brandon Robinson tried to lay it up, and he missed it. He went down on the wood hard. Ooh. Brandon Robinson struggling to get up. I'm going to update you guys right here with the score. This game's almost over. We have an injury on the court. Brandon Robinson of North Carolina tried to lay it in over a defender. He hit the baseline hard, face first, went down. They did get the putback to fall to make it to 103 points. But now we have 24 seconds left on the Virginia Tech inbounds, and I think they'll just basically ice this clock off. So North Carolina with a big, big victory today at home in Chapel Hill. As Virginia Tech has it, takes the 3 from the right wing, can't get it. UNC rebounds it. And that will basically be the game. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds as both of the coaches handshake at midcourt. And that is it. It's gone final. North Carolina wins big by 21 at home. 103-82. Here, the number 11 team in the nation, the UNC Tar Heels, over the number 10 team in the nation in the AP Top 25, the Virginia Tech Hokies. That 10 versus 11 battle was all Tar Heels in this one. North Carolina, they moved to 15-4 in the season, 5-1 in ACC play. Virginia Tech will fall to 15-3 on the season, 4-2 in ACC play. Also 1-3 away on the season for the Hokies. As we look to the next 2 games for North Carolina, they have those two games coming up, both on the road. They have 8 days of rest in between. Then they're at Georgia Tech. That's on Tuesday, January 29th. They're at the Yellow Jackets. And that game's at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, February 2nd, they have a 2 p.m. game at Louisville, trying to get revenge back on that earlier loss at home, the only loss that they've suffered at home this season for the Tar Heels was against Louisville. And they lost that game 83-62. But I'll update all you guys on the final score. But North Carolina was on fire, especially the end of the second half, as they used a 20-2 run to their advantage in the first half. And then second half shooting, they kept on drilling shots. North Carolina, as we look at the shooting percentages in the box score, 53.7% conversions of their shots from the field they made, as Virginia Tech only hit on 44.3% of their shots from the field. Virginia Tech was red hot early in the game. They were 19 for 11 from the field, but after that, North Carolina just turned it on as the other stuff went on. 25 assists today by the Tar Heels to Virginia Tech's 21. We look at the other stats. Let's see if anything sticks out. I'm just going to look at the box score. So Virginia Tech was out rebounding North Carolina early in this one, but North Carolina at the final box score of this one controls the rebounds 36-32. So UNC had the edge in that one. Leading box scores before we end the stream for here for the winning team, the Tar Heels. It was all in the hands of Kobe White, the freshman from Goldsboro, North Carolina. He dropped 27 today on the Hokies. I believe that's a career high for him. He also had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals, and he also had a block to go along with that. What a game for Kobe White. So he did it. For the other hand, leading scorer here, and you don't get this box score too much and lose and give up 103 points and lose by 21 here, but it was, Kenny Blackshear, Virginia Tech, had 19 points, 17 rebounds, but the Hokies still lose by 21 in this one. But what an effort by Blackshear. 4 players for Virginia Tech ended in double figures in this one. Robinson had 17 points, Hill had 20 points, and Alexander Walker at 19, Blackshear with 19 with 10 boards, but they fell short big time because of these two guys with the points. I think that's 50 points combined by these two guys. Kobe White with 27 and Nasir Little off the bench, 7 for 12 shooting, 2 for 3 from behind the arc, 23 points for Little. And that's it. So I'll update you guys here with a final being 82-103 as Virginia Tech falls in this one at the hands of North Carolina. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my video today. And just remember to like, subscribe, and spread the word to my channel. And I greatly appreciate everyone tuning in today. And I'll be doing all these streams, play-by-play live reactions throughout the college basketball season and into the March Madness tournament and so on. I think the next stream that I'm going to do for the play-by-play will be Houston against East Carolina on Wednesday. I believe Houston is just red hot, 18-1 overall, 17th in the nation. So I'll be covering them, seeing what their team's like since they're in the top 25. And then I'll be seeing a little bit of Pac-12 action on Thursday. Oregon against Wisconsin, Pac-12. The Pac-12 right now is just wide open. It's anybody's game, basically, in the Pac-12. So interested to see that one, as we got ourselves a final here in Chapel Hill as North Carolina rolls easily to this one. 103-82. That is it for my video today, as this has been Behind the Arc Basketball, North Carolina versus Virginia Tech. Thank you for tuning in.